record, and I'm going to get started. And last night, I know, and listen, I want y'all to make this really clear. If you hadn't been on the calls, which all of y'all have, in the past 3 weeks, I've really been had a different little fire lit up under me. And it started with Sarah Griffith and a call she did with us, and then the video that she posted in the group. And it started with taking responsibility for my business and the number of people that I inspire and things like that. And it's an honor. So realize this, it's an honor to be able to inspire people. It's an honor to have a platform of a servant leader. So always remember that when you go on this journey, but also it's a responsibility, right? So one thing that I've been talking about a lot is, and I'm going to talk about tonight before we get into it, the meat of it, I just want to set this call up, is making sure that your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations line up with what you're willing to work. So saying that, I'm going to use y'all as examples, right? I can go down the line and I can point. Y'all, okay, I'm going to show y'all where y'all at. Seth, you're right there. Miranda's right there. Janice is right there. Kim is right there. And Vicky's right there, right? So every one of y'all have a story and a why. And I could sit there and tell you why I know that you want to, change lives and why you want to do something amazing with this business. I can tell you, and I can almost get you to tears talking about it because I know your story is that deep, right? I can talk about Miranda and that Adelaide's going to be 6 years old in 5 years, and she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. She wants to not have to work. She wants to grow a big business, and she wants to do something amazing with it. I can talk about Seth. He's right here, right? I can talk about the back issues that he's got and having to deal with his boss. And I'm sharing these things on this closed call because we're a tight-knit family, and I want to keep it this way, and I want y'all to keep praying for each other and inspiring each other. But Seth having to deal with the boss, that if he goes back to work, his boss may say, I don't care if your back's hurting or not. You know what? You're going to have to work or we're going to fire you. I can talk about Kim down here and having to deal with the stress of retail and all those different things. I can talk about Janice and wanting to be able to, maybe retire early and she enjoys her job, but wanting to be able to retire early and wanting to be able to enjoy life a little bit sooner. I can talk about Grammy down here, my mother-in-law, and being able to retire early, being able to bring my father-in-law home early, being able to quit that business. So we could talk about all those different things. And that why can be huge, right? That why can be a great big why. What's up, Travis? And Brian Darby? All y'all jumping on. We're just now getting started. Can y'all hear me? You good, Travis? You hear me, Travis? Yes. You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Travis?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Am I loud? Okay, I'm going to mute you now. Brian, you hear me?
Hey, don't chew on that, idiot.
Okay, I can hear you. Somebody called somebody an idiot. That's not real nice. Anyway, don't call him an idiot. Let him chew on it. Okay. So, but what we're talking about starting off this call before we get into a few announcements in the meat of the call is making sure that your why, your goals, and your dreams, making sure that your why and your goals and your dreams align with the amount of time that you're willing to put into it. And the one thing that I think I've done a bad job of with this team is I've been scared to step on toes. I've been scared to push you. And, sometimes you need a push, right? Sometimes you need a nudge. And for the people that are wanting to have these big goals and big dreams and all that different stuff, I want to push more. I want to drive you a little bit more. I want to help you do that. But understand this balance. Your goals, your dreams, and your why. For example, Kim, we talked about the other day, not wanting to have to do retail again and have to deal with the stress of that next year. It's going to take work, right? It's going to take consistently working your tail off, having business hours. Tonight, when you get off this call, I'm going to continue to drive this until I start seeing others set the example and do this. Have business hours every day. If you have big enough goals and big enough dreams and you really want to do something with this, and I don't care if it's a hobby coach, make sure if you're a hobby coach, your business hours align with that. If you're wanting to be a stay-at-home mom and stay at home with your daughter when she's 6, or you don't want to have to deal with your peckerhead boss, I'm just being straight up, or you want to have to deal with retail, or you want to retire early, or you want to bring your husband home, then make sure that your hours align with in the time that you putting in every day aligns with, your goals and your dreams. Because if not, if you don't have those things balanced out, if your goals and your dreams are really high and you're only putting in 30 minutes a day when you can, you're not going to reach those things and you're going to be disappointed and you're going to quit. There's people missing on this call right now simply because their goals and their dreams were way too high for what they were willing to work. There's people that are not on this call anymore because of that, and they quit. Okay, so I'm going to get back to that in a second. A couple of things. make sure I posted in the group the bingo game, I guess about 2 weeks ago. Right now, Fran she's already won it. She's already got bingo at least once that I know of. Make sure you go back and check that. I'll post it again if you're not sure what it is. I'm giving away it's like $100 workout. I mean, that's it. So if you don't need any free things, then don't worry about playing the game. But I'm giving away a free workout. I'm going to put everybody's name in the hat. I'm going to draw out of it, and then I'm going to give away a free workout. There you go. How about that? Who wants a free workout? Anybody like free stuff? Anybody? Come on. Can I get woo woo? Kim, raise your hand, Kim. Participate tonight, Kim. Help me. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to make you smile. Okay. So November 30th, the Monday after Thanksgiving, I'm going to start an accelerated coach basics group. So I know there's several people that have some new coaches. I'm not going to run this if those coaches are not ready and willing to participate. So I'm going to post about it. I need to know who's ready and willing to participate. I'm not going to run it for you guys, right? If you've already been through it one time or 2 times, there's no need in going through it again. So talk to your coaches. Make sure they're ready to do that. Also coming up, I just found out about this. There is going to be a Push to Diamond group after that Forever Fit's going to be running. That, you know, it's only for people that's serious about it and really wants to push through the holidays. It's going to be tough, but you know, I'll post about it too, and you can let me know if you want to get in there. I'm going to run my own Push to Diamond group after Christmas, but honestly, if I was you and you want to push to Diamond, I wouldn't wait, but only do it if you're ready for it. December 1st, Hammer and Chisel will be coming out. So one thing that we hadn't done a really good job of is as a team, and it starts with me. When I say team, I'm not dogging y'all out. I'm dogging me out. Speed of the pack is the speed of the leader. So one thing we hadn't done a really good job of is promoting new products when they come out. How do you promote new products? You talk about them before they come out. You talk about that's what you're going to be doing next. And when that product comes out, you take before pictures and you take before measurements and you do the workout. Melanie does every workout that comes out, whether she likes it or not. So Hammer and Chisel is going to be great. I did one of them today. So I'm going to be doing it. That's my next workout. So what do you have to do when these new workouts come out? You post a workout picture of day 1, right, Miranda, and day 2. I'm just picking on Miranda because we was talking about posting pictures of working out the other day. But you have to be that example, right? And you share that journey. And what happens? I'm doing an exclusive test group, right, for Hammer and Chisel. So you talk about that you're going to be doing that. That's going to lead up into December. You're going to be promoting that thing. And then what's going to happen as you share that workout for December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and all that stuff with Hammer and Chisel, going into January, people are going to be watching you. New Year's resolutions. I'm tired. I'm fat. I'm overweight. I'm unhealthy. I want a New Year's resolution, and I'm going to try this thing again. I'm just telling you what people are thinking, and they're going to want to join you, right? And that's how you do that. One thing that I want you to do, I really, 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 really want you to do through Thanksgiving is this. Set the example. Show people how you can survive the holidays. Show people how you can enjoy the holidays and still work out, right? This week is going to be tough. I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow for our challenge group and let everybody know this week is real. It's tough, but it's not a reason to give up and just say, well, this whole week's blown. Every one of y'all have been doing a great job, I think. I thank everybody. I've seen most everybody showing up in the challenge groups. Set the example for people. Even on Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to get up and work out unless we go hunting, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to go hunting until Friday. I'm going to get a workout in on Black Friday. I'm going to get a workout in on Saturday. I'm not going to blow this whole week because of one holiday. Set the example and show people how you do that. Show people how I'm going to eat pecan pie, I hope, Vicky, on Thanksgiving Day. I'm just saying. That's my mother-in-law. I like pecan pie. When we have our Christmas party, if you want to bring something, bring pecan pie. So anyway, but set the example through the holidays. One other thing before I get into the meat of this call, we're talking about doing our Christmas party December 19th. That's a Saturday night at Jennifer Franklin's house. I'll put the address in the group. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. We're going to do, and we'll talk about it more. You can ask questions later. We don't have to talk about it tonight. We're going to do like a appetizer, finger food. We'll post in the group what we want, what you can bring. I'm not going to tell everybody what to bring. Kim's going to be driving down just for that day.
I'm not be there.
You're not going to be there?
No, I have a wedding I have to photograph.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Carolina with my dad.
Yeah, your daddy can handle that. So you just tell him that you'll be with us. And I'm just kidding. So I figured the date. We just picked a date. I knew it wasn't going to be. There's never a time that'd be right. So we're going to have more, and you'll be here next year. So there'll be another one. And we're going to start doing more stuff together as the summer comes around too. And we're going to do a Dirty Santa thing where you bring a $10 gift, and then I'll share all the other details later. So we'll talk about that more. So I want to go over these things real quick. So you had some goals that you talked about at the beginning of the month, right? So Kim O'Keefe was at the end of the month. She wanted to be SC10 with 3 new coaches and Diamond by December 31st. Jared wanted to be SC10, 2 new coaches, Diamond by December 31st. Seth wanted to be SC10, 3 new coaches, Diamond by January 1st. Brian Darby, SC5, Emerald by November 30th. Janice Hunt, SC5, Emerald by November 30th. Jennifer Franklin, SC10, 3 new coaches, Diamond by December 31st. Miranda Gentry, SC8, 2 new coaches, Diamond by December 31st. Beth Darby, SC6, 2 new coaches, Diamond by December 31st. Tiffany, SC5, Emerald by November 30th. And Fran, SC15, with 4 new coaches and Diamond by January 1st. Y'all thought I just wrote those goals down and forgot about them. I'm keeping up with them, and I'm going to start doing this every month. So when you set these goals, you better set real goals and set goals that are going to push you, and then set goals that you're going to work your freaking tail after. Why do I do that? Because when you set goals at the beginning of the month, you better have realistic business hours and plans on meeting those goals. You set a goal and then you work backwards. You set a big goal, and if it's I want to lose 100 pounds. Example, Seth, man, life changing. I love. Okay, I'm gonna say this in front of everybody. I love watching Seth and Tori's pictures. I love it. It inspires me. I love watching their journey, right? But they had to set a goal, and they had to work backwards from it. Seth didn't say, I think I'm going to buy a 21-day fix, and I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 3 days. No. He knew it was going to be a journey. He knew it was going to be a battle. He knew it was going to be a fight. He knew that he had back problems. He knew he had all these issues, but he set realistic goals that he had to work on every day consistently to radically change his life to reach that big goal. He didn't sit there and say, all of a sudden, one day I'm going to lose 100 pounds and I'm going to do it. No. Same thing with y'all. I made a post the other day in the group, and you don't sit there and say, I want to be a millionaire and I'm going to do it overnight. No, you set little goals. SC5, SC10. I want to be a diamond coach. I want to do all these different things. You set these goals. You made them up, not me. So this is what I want to know, and I don't want you to answer this on the call. I want to know where you at on those goals in your mind, and what are you doing to finish out the month reaching those goals. And if you're treating this as a hobby, this is my push, my tough love. If you treating this as a hobby, then that's the kind of results that you're going to get, right? So as we go into the meat of this call, I'm gonna read off a couple of things that I wrote down today, and I got this from one of my personal development things. It says, when things are mean, tough, and ugly, you need a leader, and you need to be that leader of influence. Here's the thing about it: every one of y'all have a pedestal that you're up on. Facebook, social media, Instagram, out in public, and all that. You have an opportunity to be a leader of influence. No matter what you believe in, you should be passionate and have energy and a fire about you every day. When you hear Melanie and them talking about getting out of bed and putting your feet to the ground, I think a lot of us are treating this opportunity way too lightly. And why do I say that? I say that because of this. The other day, and I shared it last time ago on this call, I had something on my mind since Wednesday night, and it was talking about this pastor this past Wednesday night. He talked about ISIS, and he talked about all this different stuff. And what he was leading up to is he was saying this. He said, one day every knee shall bow. And he got down on his knee and he said, I don't care if it's Obama. He said, I don't care if it's Clinton. I don't care if it's ISIS. I don't care if it's who it is. He said, every knee's going to bow. And it was in my mind. And I said, I got to thinking about that and how people worry about stuff all the time. And I'm a Beachbody coach, right? But that's just not who I am. That's not all who I am, right? And I share about that every day, and I should, because that's my platform. But I had an opportunity to be so bold to step out and make a video that I was scared to death to make about it. And I was like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? 40 years from now, maybe 50. I don't know how long I'll live. I may not live 40 more minutes, but I mean, I plan on living, I said today, I plan on living at least another good 40. I'll probably be bald-headed, but I'll have really good abs and I'll be healthy. Then I'll just die in my sleep. I don't know. But the next 40 years, that's it, right? Next 40 years. Why not take the platform that you have and be so bold to radically change people's lives? Because you know what? You're not average. You're not average at anything and everything that you do. You should never accept just being average. Travis teaches that every day in school. How many times does a kid walk into class and Travis says, "A C's good. That's good for you." No, he tries to push all those kids to be A students. I know Travis good enough to know that in the back of his mind, he might not even believe that student's smart enough to be an A student, but he's going to push them to get there, right? Every one of y'all should be the same way. Think about this right here. Name one thing that you have done in life and you did it with all your heart, all your mind, all your body, and all your soul. Think about one thing that you did with everything that you had. Think about that. I bet if you think about that one thing that you did and you poured everything into it, I'm talking everything into it, I bet you had great results. I bet you had great results. Think about that. I know Alan Johnson. I know Miranda's dad. I'm going to use him for an example. When he does something, oh my gosh, he is so freaking passionate about what he does. I mean, like he'll wear you out passionate. Like, we're going to do this passionate. I mean, that's just the way he is. I'm just telling you, that's just the way he is, right? If y'all don't know him, that's just the way he is. I know a few people that are like that. When they do it, they do it. And every one of y'all have done that at some point in your life, right? When you did something and you went all in and you were so passionate about it, that you poured everything into it that you had, I bet you was successful. And then think about this. Think about something that you've halfway done, that you just said, I'm going to do this, and you just half-butt did it. Think about the results that you got. And then think about your Beachbody business. Think about where you're at and where you want to be. If you feel like if you feel like you're not getting the results that you want, it's because you're halfway doing it, every day. If you pour everything that you got into it, then you'll be able to do those things. That was something that I had read today. And this is what I want you to think about. I'm not going to keep y'all, real late, but I wrote this down today. I said, 2016, I will be helping every coach on this team to reach your goals. And I said this, I told somebody this today. They was talking about reaching down in their downline and helping somebody that's not even their coach. It's a coach's coach. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's, I'm terrible with names. There was a lady last night that was on our call. She's a black lady. Tracy, I think's her name. It's probably not her name. Her name's probably something else. But anyway, I told her, I said, if you want to do this, I'm going to help you do this. And that's the way we got to be, right? Be willing to be able to help each other. But to those that say that they really want to achieve some huge goals and dreams, get really ready, really, 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 really ready to achieve them. And probably, I'm just going to say this, probably in 2016, for those that really, really want to push, you're probably going to get pissed off at me sometimes because I'm going to push you. I'm going to dig so deep inside of you sometimes it's going to move you, right? Because here's the reality of it. If I don't move you like that and I don't challenge you like that, you're not going to challenge your challengers like that. That's one thing that I've realized. You're not going to challenge your coaches like that. We got some people in our challenge groups right now that need to be challenged. And if we don't challenge them, if we don't share tough love with them and we don't push them, you know what? 10 years from now, they're going to be dead. We got people in our group right now that need to be challenged mentally, and you need to reach out to them. We got people in our challenge groups right now that need to be challenged spiritually. That's why I'm taking a different twist this challenge group, right? Because if you can grow spiritually, if you can be spiritually strong, then you can be mentally strong, then we can win the physical battle. But it takes people reaching out and pushing them a little bit sometimes, sharing that tough love. So I'm going to push you a little bit to do those things. Those that have a white, hot, burning passion to change their life and lifestyle, get ready to do it. That's what I wrote down today. Get ready to do it. Because in 2016, this is what I believe. I honestly believe this. I believe we're going to have probably 4 or 5 people on this team that's going to really blow their business up. I really believe that. And at the end of 2016, those 4 or 5 people are going to be leading calls and talking about how they worked their tail off in 2016, how they finished 2015 strong, and that was the difference, right? And then there's going to be some people saying, God, man, I wish I'd have did that. I wish now it's the end of 2016. It's time for me to turn it up. And we're never going to leave anybody behind. I promise you that. I always use Travis as an example. We need people on this team, all different levels and stuff like that. We need people that are sharing and inspiring people in different ways. Travis, if he could sell challenge packs to kids at school, that dude'd be a millionaire right now. I'm telling you that, because he's influencing lives that way, But we're going to have people on this team that want to be a hobby coach. We're going to have people on this team that want to be, 10-star elite and all that different stuff. But together we're going to push and we're going to do those things. So think about this. Here's my tough love. So Kim, wake up and get ready for this right here. You ready, Kim? You ready? Okay. Where's them dogs at? I ain't seen them dogs running around tonight. Okay. So here you go. Think about this. Why do your coaches not show up on calls? Okay. Why do they not listen to the national wake-up call? This was speaking to me today, okay? And then I was just, during my business hours, I was thinking about these things. And then I was thinking about y'all, okay? So why do your coaches not do getting started right calls? Why do your coaches not do opportunity calls? Why don't they run their own challenge groups? Why don't they hit Success Club every month? Why don't they sign up more coaches? Why don't they rank advance? Why don't they have their own business hours, do their own training in the back office? Why don't they do those things? Because you don't, right? Ask those questions to yourself. Anytime that you look at your coaches and you say, dang, why don't my coaches, then ask yourself, have you been consistently doing that, right? If your coaches are not doing certain things, that's one thing I've done in the past 3 weeks. I've said, well, dang, why don't my coaches do this? Well, you know what? I hadn't, and it was business hours. And it's because I wasn't having business hours all the time, right? Why don't my coaches do getting started right calls? Well, you know what? Because I just now started doing them myself really in the past 3 or 4 months. I hadn't done it for 2 years like I should have been doing, right? Why don't my coaches do coach opportunity calls more? Because I just now started doing it. I wouldn't be an example that I need to be. So as you go along in this business and your coaches are not doing certain things, look at yourself and see if you're being the example you need to be. The speed of the pack is the speed of the leader, and you are the leader. You have the platform. You have to remember that. So if you get frustrated with your challengers or coaches for quitting or not showing up consistently, then ask yourself this: are you showing up, and are you being consistent in all you do? You have to look in the mirror all the time, because this is one thing that I hear all the time. I hear this a lot, and not just from our team, from other calls that I get on and stuff. I have people quitting. I have people that are not showing up. I have people that are not doing this. I have people that said they were going to do this, but now they're not. They're doing this. Start looking back at yourself and see if you're doing those things. That's all I got for tonight. I just really wanted to start sharing some push and some tough love, and to challenge y'all during the toughest time. I'm telling you this, week of Thanksgiving, December, that's tough times, right? Only the tough are going to survive. And some of y'all are going to push, and you're going to be planting some amazing seeds. I can't remember who it was that I was talking to today or yesterday. I know I talked to Seth today. And I was messaging Miranda yesterday. I talked to several of y'all. But you're getting a lot of no's right now. Don't let that bother you at all. Don't let that bother you at all. Because a lot of people are watching what you're doing, and they're going to be coming around in January and February. I promise you that. But if you're not planting any seeds, you know what? They're not going to come around in January, February. If you're not posting about your workouts and sharing with people every day, they're not going to have a freaking clue what you're doing. They're not going to know about hammer and chisel because you never talk about it, right? They're not going to know what a challenge group is because you never talk about it. They're not going to know that you're inspiring other people to change because you never post a transformation story. And here's the thing. If you want transformation stories, you can post in Forever Fit or Melanie's Dream Team and say, hey, anybody got any transformation stories I can share? They'll share them with you. I promise you that. So open it up for questions, comments. What time is it? Look at there, 8:27. I told y'all 30 minutes. I don't lie. There's Jennifer Franklin. Now we can get started. I'm just kidding.
You talking to me?
No, I said you're on the call. We can get started now. I'm just kidding. I recorded it just for you. She had a basketball game tonight that her son did not tell her about till the last minute. So, questions. Y'all got any questions? And here's my thing that I don't want to push anybody away because I push too hard. And if I ever say anything, I promise you this, I'll never say anything to hurt anybody's feelings intentionally. But at the same time, I'm not being the leader that I need to be if I don't push a little bit harder, right? If I don't set the example for y'all. No questions? Comments? Is anybody going to be able to come to the Christmas thing? Anybody possibly going to be able to come? Oh, and you can bring kids and spouses and everybody else too. Okay. So, wow, that was loud. Wait a minute. I got to mute that. Anybody got questions? If you got a question, raise your hand. I'll make sure I unmute you. I mean, I'm not like Travis in class saying, raise your hand, students. I don't think he sounds like that. Easton thinks he's cool. So anyway. Okay. No questions. I'm going to take a picture because I love posting about y'all and sharing about y'all. So fix your hair, Brian. Come on. I got mine. Look. Wait a minute. Let me sling it around. Y'all ready? I'm going to try to do better than I did last night. Last night was awful. Okay. I need to crop me some bangs in one of these pictures. Anyway, on 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Next week, one thing real quick. Next week, we'll have our team call on Tuesday night. We're going to have a guest speaker, and we're doing it on Tuesday night for 1 or 2 reasons. 1, I'm going to be doing a team call for this guest speaker, and 2, and it's going to be on Monday night. And so she's going to do our team call on Tuesday night. So if y'all don't have anything else, I'll let y'all go get to work, go to bed, do whatever y'all do at 8:30 on Monday night. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. And before I get off this call, I want to say this. And if you don't know me, then believe this about me. I am so thankful for this team. So thankful for this team. I can never say enough how much this family, when I say family, I tell people all the time, I brag about this. This family means more to me than you'll ever know. Ever know. One day I'll be able to share with you how much you really mean to me when we got an hour. Maybe I'll do it at the Christmas party. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Jennifer puts something in my drink and I get crazy and starts really sharing, how much you mean to me. And I'll give Brian a hug. I don't know. We'll see what happens at the Christmas party. But we'll keep it there and we won't take any pictures. I promise you that. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I am thankful for y'all. So y'all have a great.
Hey, Jennifer, can you stay on for a second? Jennifer Franklin, can you stay on for a minute? Okay.
Uh-oh, she's in trouble.
Everybody be praying for Jordan, my coach, Jordan Siegler. Her uncle, she just texted me and said the reason she's not on the calls because she's been at the hospital because her uncle had a heart attack today. So that's where she's at. So just be praying for her uncle and for their family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Keep us updated. Post that in Elite Fitness.
I will.
Let us know. Anytime y'all got prayer requests, post that in the group. Don't shy away. That group is, and that team page is our team page. It's not mine. It's ours.
Does anybody know the time difference in London? Danny, her new coach, he's in London first semester abroad. So she says she doesn't know about the time change.
Yeah. I haven't been to London, so I don't know.
I think there's 6 hours ahead.
It's
I
what?
think there's 6 hours.
Well, all the calls will be recorded for him.
Yeah.
So
He's going to be getting on the call right now.
no, I don't think so either. But he can still learn, and I can still do a getting started right call with him. We'll adjust our time and do whatever we need to do to help him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great week. And Jennifer, stay on the call. Do you need me to stay on the call?
Well, I just want to talk to her about the ultimate reset for a minute.
Okay.
Stay on the call too.
Okay.
Because we're not going to talk to Deidre tomorrow night.
Okay. Go ahead if you want to. Or is it a secret?
It's a secret.
Just kidding.
Hey,
You're gonna do it too, Michael. So
I know. I'm going to listen.
all right, listen. What's up?
so I just ordered mine in Beth's this past week.
Mhm.
So, like, what kind of foods? I mean, like, I just saw, like, from Pinterest, like, the meal plan. So, like, you literally introduce a food every day. Is that how it works?
I did. You have 2 options. One is a different meal every day, or you can do the crunch, which is for people like me who are busy, always on the go. It's kind of like you meal prep at the beginning of your week. So you eat on those meals that whole week. So
Okay. And then, do you work out on it, or you don't work out on it?
it tells you not to do strenuous workouts, but I'm hard-headed and I did it anyways. But I had so much energy. Like, it was amazing. I never felt that good. And right now, I still wish I was on it because my energy level's not there anymore. I mean, it's there, but it's not as good as it was.
Okay, because I need it. I haven't been to bed since Saturday. Like I can't sleep, and it's got to get me some energy. I have like a huge visit tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll sleep tonight.
The Soothe is 2 pills you take at nighttime. Like that helps calm you down and you sleep really good. And I would sleep, but I would wake up before my alarm even went off. Like I was ready to get up. I was ready to start the day.
And you did do a shake. You do the chocolate vegan on it.
Yes, I did chocolate vegan. Week 3, I think you're only supposed to have half a scoop. So I stayed away from it that whole week just because I love the Shakeology and I wanted the whole thing.
Okay, so this question is for Michael if he's still listening. Are you listening? Okay, so I should go ahead now and start talking about doing the ultimate reset then, because I'm not starting mine until December 7th. So I'll do it through Christmas.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. And share every day. I mean, like she did, share, your meal plan, your prepping, how you're feeling. That's the thing that we really suck at doing is we don't share our, whatever journey we're on. We don't do a really good job. So when that comes around, I'm excited about that thing. I really am. I'm going to do a 3-day refresh after Thanksgiving that I've had for like 6 weeks now. So I'm going to do it after Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to roll into Hammer and Chisel, and then I'm going to roll into the ultimate reset. And I honestly believe, I think January is going to be the biggest month I'm going to ever have, just because I'm thinking that way mentally. I'm finally thinking the way that Melanie and those think. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking ahead, a game plan. And if that's what I want to get y'all there, to start thinking that way. It's not just that you're going to do the ultimate reset. And you're going to have great results. It's that you're going to be sharing that with people if you do it right. You know what I mean? You will. You did a good job, the last couple of weeks of sharing those things. So.
All right, and last question. So for coaches to stay active, they have to have 55 PBV, right?
Yeah, and I think as a diamond coach, I have to have
90.
90, yeah.
Okay, because I ordered the ultimate reset under Mike, and that was like 299 PBV.
Yeah.
So how does that pay off for me?
Under him, you make 25% off of that. Is the biggest thing, and then it's just volume. But you're ordering through him, but you also get. I think you still make 25% off of that.
So I should order the hammer and chisel through him, or
is it? Wait a minute, he's a coach, right? So it's just volume.
Yeah.
It's just volume. Yeah, but still, it gives you volume. It still gives you volume, and you save 25%. So
okay,
it gives you both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer, I'll talk to you some more. I just can't get on the call with Deidre tomorrow, so I'm going to ask her to do something next week, kind of going over it, and then to get us kind of motivated back.
If you want me to, I can take a picture of the crunch, because I know you have a busy schedule like mine with work and everything, and that way you can go ahead and decide what meals you want to choose within that.
Like, is it just weird food, or?
Oh, it's weird food. It's you've got to go buy certain stuff from the store.
I don't have to eat cucumbers, do I?
No, you don't have, like, the microgreen salad, I loved it, but there's some things I was supposed to put in it I didn't. But the pumpkin seeds are really good. I highly recommend those. And the zucchini cashew soup, it was really good. I enjoyed it. And
So you prepped like on Sunday for the week then?
Well, it recommends in the book you start on a Wednesday. That way you end on a Wednesday. You kind of breaking your weeks in half, I guess. So I would meal prep on a Sunday to, get me through like 3 days. And then I would do two more and start, the beginning of my next week. Because it's one full week each. There's 3 phases, and each one is something different. By the end, you're vegan. There's no meat in you at all.
Mm. Well, whatever it takes.
You get your nuts.
Yeah.
That's your protein.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind.
Michael.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it though, and I spent money, and I knew I was going to do it. Like there was no backing out. So anything my friends wanted me to do, I went with them. But I took whatever I needed throughout that day to keep me on track because I was not going to mess up.
Yeah.
You spend the money, you're going to do it.
Mentally prepare about it because at first I was going to start it right after Thanksgiving, but then my birthday is December 6th, which is going to be a national holiday this year. So I'm kidding. Like got a party bus going, and like it's going to be this huge thing, and I'm like, I cannot set myself up to fail and start. I'm going to start the 7th.
I think you need to wait till the first of the year. That way you get all the holidays out of the way. And I know you're going to say no, but.
Because of Christmas, I'm telling you, Christmas Day, by the time it rolls around, I stay in my PJs, and Mike's working overtime that day, so he's just going to come hang at the house, and I'm not fixing food. Like, if he wants to eat with me, he's going to eat what I'm fixing on the Ultimate Reset. Because, like, I have a party here and there, and that's it. So I'm good for December. I mean, I need the energy for this holiday. Like I'm old, and
if you really want to wait, I recommend some C4 and some Boost. I'm telling you, mix them together. You will have one kick tail energy boost.
I've been doing the I drink the stuff, the Energizer stuff. Even if I don't work out, I drink it.
That's the way I am. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that! And so then I switched my Shakeology Boost from the Energizer to the greens. Because I noticed Deidre, she made her Shakeology with all 3 of them today.
I saw that too.
I asked her if it tasted how it tasted, but
I know it was thick. Whew.
Yeah. So, well, all right, girl, I appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
me and Beth's going to do it together. So, I mean, well, I'm going to start it the 7th. She can start it whenever, but we'll start sharing our journey.
Well, while you're already out, go look for Amino Bragg. A Bragg Amino something. It's like a soy sauce, but that's mainly what you're going to cook with. That and olive oil and Himalayan salt.
I got that. Okay. Yeah, we don't have they're building the Trader Joe here, but I've got Sprouts and Whole Foods, and then Kroger has a big clean eating section. So surely I'll find it there between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thank you for being on.
Love y'all. Good luck.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.